This is the Monday, August 18th tour. We have a hummingbird who's wondering what we're doing. So pretty much the same story here. I don't know. Those sun patients aren't doing well there at all. I've started watering them more, and I do have some new green growth, but I don't know. Not impressed with the compact purple sun patients this year. But it might be the dirt in this one, because even like the creeping Jenny is just doing okay. It didn't like take off like the other container did. Coleus is kind of okay. This grass I put in the middle, nothing amazing. There's nothing about that box that wows me, so it might be the dirt. Maybe I didn't replace enough of the dirt there. I had to turn off my water fountain because my birds are drowning in it. I tried putting the barrier, but that didn't work. And they just started drowning in the middle one, so I took most of the water out. I want them to be able to bathe and drink, but not drown. This container here is doing really well. The sweet potato vine and the probably magenta doing really well. That's a really nice arrangement, and that petunia hasn't died yet, so there's that. Still have my dead tree over there that I need to get rid of. Pretty much decided, I think, that I'm gonna dig out this hydrangea because it's not flowering. I don't know. I'll have to look and see what's flowering on what. Which, is that the lace cap one? There's a couple of flowers. This double one did pretty good. We got that one back there, so the problem is I really just don't know what hydrangea's what there. Roses are doing another flush. I've got, I don't know, 5 roses coming. I think it's 5 roses coming. I'm going to put an earth angel in between those hostas. I'm going to cut them back. I tried digging that right one out, and it's a task, because standing under the chicken boxes and against the wall is not an easy task. You can't get any leverage, excuse me, on the shovel, so I'm just gonna hack those leaves back and plant it in there and kind of keep them hacked back or something until I can either get them next spring halved or something. My Bring Me Sunshine is doing really well back there. So it would just be really probably helpful if I took that hosta out. It's just not easy. Maybe I'll enlist some help from somebody to do it for me. We'll see. Yeah, so the roses are flushing out. Their second flush. I'm loving it. They're just so beautiful. And the deer can't get to these ones. That's Litchfield Angel. I've got so many in here in this small area. Ancient Mariner, I believe, is the pink one. Loving this purple clematis that's growing up here. And it seems to be a later bloomer than that one. That one's gone over. So I'm liking that. It's pretty. And my, the yellow one. Why can't I ever remember it? I have a poet's wife in here, but I don't know if it died or it probably got like smothered out because I don't remember seeing any poet's wife this year. This is the softer. I want to say it has Beth. But that's probably wrong. It's flushing out again. The honey one from Proven Winners is flushing again. I had to stick my container broke. Kept blowing over because the zinnias were top heavy. They're just so beautiful. I need to make sure I have a lot of zinnias next year. Let's smell. Yeah, it does have a nice smell. Even if I put some in containers and then stick the containers down there, but they probably will dry out if we have a summer like we had this year. I stuck my James Galway down in there that Kevin gave me because I want it to grow up through the hydrangea. It's doing really well. It gets zero sun down in there, but next spring when it flushes out before the hydrangea, it'll get lots of sun. Hopefully put on some nice growth, eventually bloom in the hydrangea. That's the goal. This little container, I've been doing better about watering it. It was just a bunch of leftover plants. But I did pop some snapdragons in there. I've enjoyed my snapdragons this year. And that snapdragon with that blue ageratum looks really good. All right, the side of the walkway. Loving the fan flower. We have a really cool morning this morning. It's only like 53 out. It's been so hot and dry this summer. Which way shall we go? There's not a lot to look at. I have those two containers. That container is doing the best. So far, I don't think I've lost a petunia from Burpee. So I need to keep that in mind next year. Dahlias, I probably won't grow in containers again next year. Not unless it's a big container. Those round containers are not big enough. And I put too many plants in there. I guess maybe if I put one dahlia, I don't know. And some petunias around the edge. That one's not bad. That one I can't stand. I'll show you the back side of it. Love those. I love the violet dahlias, the vibrant violet. Better than the pinkerific. But that container is not. Like the liatris, that's doing well. This, I really like. I'll point this out here. Is it Playing the Blues? Looks beautiful with that Queen of Sweden. Ah, right there. That's perfection. It is kind of drowning out my one Munstead, though, that's in here. So I don't know. That Munstead was transplanted, though, so maybe next year it'll be taller. And it can tolerate, because that's only one playing the blues. Or is it blue suede shoes? Not sure. That hydrangea might be a tidbit. I don't know. It's finally blooming. Not a huge lantana fan. It's okay. Scaevola, though. Next year, Scaevola is going to be a big part of my repertoire. Also, this one. This is Proven Winners, Tierra Pink. No sign of death there yet. And wow, that is like a bubble gum. I think that's 5 plants all together. There's a Munstead. I don't know, I probably shouldn't deadhead it anymore since we're kind of getting to the end of August. They need to be able to go dormant for winter. So we'll see. So I'm going to put some roses in here. This hydrangea is coming out. We're going to put a rose there. Then potentially, so a rose, probably another hydrangea, probably, I don't know, instead of that container. I would like an Incredible blush, another one. I got an Incredible blush there. So another Incredible blush here. Oh, those stupid chickens. They're digging in my flower beds, moving all the mulch. That hydrangea, that needs to be a sky view. Man, those chickens. I want to put another rose in there too, so I don't know. Might cut this back, fit another rose in here somewhere. Like I say, I have 5 coming, and I really would like to put my... So I've got that. Got 2 Munstead and a Queen of Sweden. So like the dark raspberry pink. Probably another dark raspberry. That one I have coming. Need to look and see which one I have coming. I got some pink. I got another dark raspberry one coming. And those are short. The Munstead are short, so maybe I will put the taller rose there. That it's a 4x4, so it says, coming from Heirloom Roses and Own Root. So it'll take that a little bit to take off. But we'll make a nice little spot for it where that hydrangea is. We'll get rid of that. So we're going to have, let's see, we'll have hydrangea, rose, hydrangea, we could probably fit rose and hydrangea there. Maybe another rose there. And maybe a hydrangea there. I don't know. Alright, here we go again. So I'm thinking, since I have another dark one coming, maybe to put the dark rose on this end and then pinks in the middle. I don't know. Something to think about. I really do want to switch that out for Sky View. Hydrangea. I'm liking those there for late summer color. Those sedums. Not too bad. I guess I kind of wish they were a little more vibrant in color, but we'll give them a chance. See how they do. I can't forget that I have some phlox in there, even though they're starting to get powdery mildew. Like they're not supposed to. They are, oh, wrong tag. I'd have to look. There's the back side of that container with those vibrant violet. Looks horrible. The back side of this one looks all right. The dahlia at least is growing out both sides well. That one got ruined from where it was located, I guess. Really like this container. I need to mention before we move on. I like that. I don't know, something about it. And I need to grow more of this next year. I grew that from seed, the Dichondra Silver Falls. The year before I tried it, it didn't turn out well. This year it did. I'm impressed. Use that more for spiller. I'm liking this here. I should probably trim it up a little bit. I see you, Chippy. You're not hiding. This worked out well, kind of spreading these out this year. Probably still need to take that peony out. I don't know. We'll see. I have it tied back pretty good right now because it does flop a little bit too much on that. Maybe I should take that out. That didn't do well at all this year. Too much shade for that Stella D'Oro. And put, I wonder if a hydrangea would get enough sun there. Maybe that rhythmic blue I have coming, that would be a nice spot. Nice pop of color this time of year. Maybe we'll give that a shot. Change that out. That Creeping Jenny did really well. And so far that verbena hasn't died. I probably will use more verbena next year. I have no clue what that orange flower is. It's something I planted. No clue what it is. My Invincible rubies are doing fine. Especially for as dry as it is, and I kind of forget they're there. They don't get watered probably as much as they should. There's 3 of them. There's way too many dahlias in that container. And they probably don't get enough sun. But I am really loving this. Probably repeat that next year. I need to find out what the name of that one is. But it's the most impressive elephant ear, colocasia, whatever you call it, that I've ever grown. It's a Proven Winners one. The leaves are massive. They're just huge. But I'll probably do more, I don't know, because if I you really can't put something shade, maybe something shade tolerant down below it. Because when it's little, it's going to get too much sun. But until it gets big, then you need more shade tolerant stuff. I have kind of stopped though my fertilizing, so I'm sure that doesn't help. Not sure why this, it really looks like a different, it doesn't look like Autumn Joy. It looks darker, it's further ahead than the 2 on either side of it. And that one. I still would like to take out those sweet shrubs. It's probably a next year thing. I've been considering more and more where I'm going to plant this weeping boxwood. That needs color. I wonder if the problem is, so my Perfuma that's coming, and the deer couldn't get it back there, but I don't know, would I keep it watered and stuff? Earth Angel. That would be a nice spot for an Earth Angel. Especially if she cascaded out this way. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Something tall back there we need for lake color. We have the lilies, the eyeliner lilies. But we need some late season color. And this hardy hibiscus is really getting drowned out there. But they do seem to pop up even if you crowd them out. They find a way up. I need to think about that. If I want to put the Earth Angel, or do I want to enjoy it more in between those hostas in the front? Got a Julia Child rose growing behind there. Just planted it though, so hopefully that'll grow up nice and tall and give us some color behind there. It'll probably take a few years though. Our Invincible lace there is doing well. Our blue chiffon Rose of Sharon is doing well. Love that blue. It's a true blue. My rhubarb's looking terrible though. Does this have any smell? No. Beautiful. No. Haven't mowed in a couple. Well, I did mow last week. I haven't mowed this week because we've been so dry. That is huge, and I gotta remember that next year. That perfect storm is just enormous. Really can't fit anything else in there. And this is supposed to be the Lilac Crush. Doesn't look very Lilac Crushy to me. It looks a lot like Berry Awesome, which is my least favorite, so I don't know. That might just go, since I don't. That's just huge. Don't really need anything else there. I think I really like the Salvia Amistad in this container. So definitely didn't need the coffee cups in there. That's pointless. But I kind of like the Truffula Pink Gomphrena. Definitely don't need the white Dusty Miller in there, the New Look Dusty Miller. I probably won't bother with that next year. But I like the Truffula Pink with I like the sedum. Look. Lemon Coral Sedum, maybe? That Verbena's doing well down there, even though it doesn't get hardly any sun. Because again, that Salvia Amistad is huge. So probably just Truffula Pink Gomphrena and Salvia Amistad next year, maybe. Or you could just do the Salvia Amistad with the Lemon Coral Sedum. I need another Let's Dance Sky View there. I need to potentially remove that Millennium Allium and put another Let's Dance Sky View there. I don't know. Dahlias, I have to tell you, really get on my nerves with their blooming and with their not blooming. This container's outstanding this year. And again, those are petunias from Burpee. And the Scaevola. Love the Scaevola. I need some more of that next year. And some pink. Try the pink. and a different color geranium. I like the geranium as a thriller with that, but the colors, that's, oh, I don't know. Too colorful for me. Wrong color geranium. I don't know, but I have to say I have enjoyed that with the little birdhouse in the back. I have enjoyed having a hanging container there. Definitely a repeat for next year. Just need to find a wren house that my wrens will actually live in. Note to self. I still have clematis here. This multicolored one that doesn't bloom. And it has a hard time growing up this. It's annoying to me. I want a clematis that actually will cling to stuff. I want a Betty Corning. That's on the list. A Betty Corning clematis. Need to get rid of these chives. I'm not a huge fan. And there's something way more valuable that could go there, like hydrangeas or roses. That's what I'm into these days. Sure would like to know what that is, that plant. Moved a couple roses this week. That is the Ambridge rose that was buried over here. Oh, that container fell over again. Ugh, those containers have kind of been my bane this year, I'm not gonna lie. They're too narrow on the bottom. Alright, I gotta fix that. But that's the Ambridge rose. That is all dressed up. Munstead. And I'm really liking. So these Vibrant Violet look a little bit more purple over here or something. But I think I am going to try buying more of this Diplandia. Do like that. They look good together. So maybe just a thriller like the salvia with a bunch of the Diplandia around it. Mine didn't do great, but it might just be because they're overcrowded. I don't know. That does look pretty together though. It's just okay. It did all right for me, but I'm not wowed by it. Might be more of a filler than a spiller. I don't know. See, okay, maybe they start out dark and then they fade to a light. Because here's the Lilac Crush. And that's more the color I thought it was, but there's one just opening, so. Because I got one there. And they get pretty tall, so maybe I should move the Lilac Crush over there, except for it won't look good with the summer or with the Evening Rose color. I don't know. I'd like I'm into roses right now, so a tall rose. But that Lilac Crush is getting huge. So it could turn out like a Perfect Storm one over there. I find that I just need to get rid of that hanging container back there. It looks horrible. Another dead petunia. And whatever else was in there. It's so annoying. That might have been my fault though. I don't know. That shepherd's hook there is not the strongest. It's very wobbly. And I already had one of them break this year. Again, though, another container doing well. I will not bother, I don't think, with the dark sweet potato vine. It just doesn't stand out at all anywhere I've put it. But again, there is a grape punch. I need to see if grape punch is a petunia or if it's a calibrachoa. Because I don't think I've lost a calibrachoa yet. I know I have lost a grape punch though. So, I don't know. But that petunia again is a burpee. A yellow. Might not even be a petunia. I gotta look. Look and see what my order was. See? This is a Berry Awesome. And it does awesome. And it is huge too. I'd like to compare. I'm going to pull this flower off so I can compare the colors of a faded Berry Awesome. See, they're not that different. Lilac Crush is a little bit lighter, but I don't know. It's huge, but I don't know. Sun's not out either, so maybe I'm not giving them a fair shake. We'll see. I guess it's just kind of the time of year when I'm a little bit tired of the garden and everything looks a little tired. The Millennium Allium are doing well and they're a pollinator attractant. I need to find a place for my watermelon hardy hibiscus. I don't think it's tall enough to go over there. But watermelon might look okay in between those two. I don't know. I need more Candy Crush. Candy Crush and Evening Rose would be my two favorite. We'll see. Oh, that's pretty. My white gladiolus. The lighting's probably not right. I was kind of thinking about putting my weeping boxwood down in there. Either my weeping boxwood or that limetta. I need to see how tall that limetta gets. Because that would also be a good spot for the limetta. But I need a spot for that weeping. We'll see. I got reminiscent pink. Not sure. This is a peach colored rose. It's either Roald Dahl I don't know. I bought like 3 or 4 of them and some of them reverted back. Man, my phlox are looking absolutely terrible. The stupid powdery mildew and oh, they need to be cut back. That looks terrible. Some more dahlias that haven't bloomed yet. I don't know. Every year about this time I say, I'm going to give up on dahlias. Here I am. I am going to save the tubers. I need to remember what's what. Let me wait before I get ahead of myself. I still got some grape punch that's living over here. And I don't know if it's magenta or fuchsia. Still can't figure out why only these two are blooming. Kind of annoying. Probably need some fertilizer. These are looking rough, so they're probably getting ready to die. Still haven't decided if I'm keeping this hydrangea hedge or what I'm doing. I've got, this is Darwin. I'm not a huge fan of that rose. That rose back there, I don't know what it is. This is Olivia. That's perfection. Smell, looks, everything. That one's Woolerton Old Hall. Hasn't, looks like the deer came by because there was a bunch of blooms that are all eaten off of it. And then the chickens that dig all the mulch out. Alright, we'll do the little bed in the middle and then we'll be done. This is a long one, a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Don't really care for the lemon coral sedum in the ground. Oh, this container makes me so mad. I can't definitely do it one-handed, so I'm going to have to wait till I'm done. I like the tall blue ageratum. Again, sun patience, I'm not really crazy about. Grape punch, it's doing great. And I guess I didn't even know I had some verbena in that one. I got a little tree there, a little dogwood that's getting... I should just pull it out. That grape punch is doing awesome. Invincible Spirit 2 going over. Got 2 new blooms there. Some phlox. That container's doing the best out of all of them. Although I have to say the grape punch on the back here looks like it might be starting to get something. I think, I'll have to look once it blooms, but I think this is a Valentine Crush. And then the gigantic Blue Fortune Agastaki. Again, a container that has too much in it. need to stick to like 3 things max in those containers. All right. I do have some, whatchamacallits blooming here. I want to say those are probably the coral rose. Coral rose. Do I have a label? Yeah, cafe rose. 2 cafe rose and Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison's had 1 flower so far. It has been a very dry year. But I always give them excuses. All right, that's it for now.